This is a pattern that we have seen for a couple of years now with celebrities posting things on social media. They make a big event out of something.
Like Kim Kardashian in the ring.
Right, and then you go out, and while you're gone, actually happened to Chris Brown. Now it has happened to Floyd Mayweather on the night that he was out celebrating his 40th birthday with a huge event here in LA.
And all these videos surfaced on social media, Justin Bieber dancing video.
And he promoted it for weeks leading up to it that he was having this party. Well, guess what? Somebody was back at his house and they made off with about $150,000 worth of merchandise from Floyd's house. TMZ Sports broke the story. This is huge because Floyd made such, I mean, the videos were being posted all night. So clearly anybody who was looking to hit his house would know
that he wasn't in Vegas, because the house was in Vegas. He's in Los Angeles having this huge party or whatever. And by the way, 150,000 actually sounded low when you said it right off the top of the bat, because I'm thinking of Floyd and all that stuff.
True. We don't know how.
But who breaks into Floyd Mayweather's house too? It's like The Hangover when they broke into Mike Tyson's house. It's like, you don't break into Floyd Mayweather's house.
Well, if you know he's not there.
Yeah, no, that rug alone probably cost $150,000.
Yeah,
I don't understand
right?
how they didn't just make out with a killing.
So here's what we know. Obviously, he was in Los Angeles. You saw the videos of him partying and all that stuff. It wasn't like a surprise he was going. He was promoting it for a very long time. We've spoken to law enforcement sources who confirm that his house in Vegas, in a gated community, there's a back office in the back of his home, and that door appeared to have been like kicked in or forced entry, and whoever went in there ransacked the place, took a bunch of purses. Other sources connected with the investigation say that at least one watch is missing too, and for Floyd, one watch could mean $1 million. Literally, he has $1 million watch.
Yeah, he does. I want to say, if they only got 150,000 and one of those things was a watch, that's like his cheap watch.
Right.
Yeah.
And whose handbags? His wife's?
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, he's who knows? He's got a lot of.
It is his
He's
wife.
got a lot of
Somebody
friends.
left it there. Yeah.
So he's got people who live in the home, but he flosses a lot of this stuff. He's got Birkin bags that I believe he carries as a man's bag. So and Birkin bags can cost tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's not like he's just got cheap stuff flying around, and they made off with a lot of stuff. We're told at least $150,000 worth of stuff. Floyd has been told to go around the house and basically take inventory, take stock of all the stuff that he thinks could possibly be missing. So that's going to be interesting. And again,
so he wasn't even back in Vegas. He's still in LA after the party.
Well, we know that the cops have been in contact with his people, and I would assume by now he's probably either en route to Vegas or there. It's only a 45-minute flight on a private jet from LA to Vegas, so he could be back there.
You think he can afford that private jet?
On one of his two private jets?
That's pricey, Southwest.
Yeah, he could get more
economical.
South Mayweather West. He's got two private jets, this guy.
So the big question is going to be video. Do we know about video surveillance? I mean, I would can't imagine Floyd does not
I take that back. We know there's video surveillance in the house because there have been things that have happened in that house before. Right. You could look back to his domestic violence issue where that happened in that house.
Right.
There was video of the woman being taken away on a stretcher back then.
Right.
And this should be a lesson. Like, these people put all this stuff on social media, and if you're out of town and you have a house somewhere else and somebody knows you have a house somewhere else.
We keep seeing this happen.
It didn't happen to Lil Wayne, too?
I'm not sure about Lil Wayne. You know what?
At his house in Miami. You're right. It did.
That's right.
Yeah.
But in this one, what's interesting about Floyd Mayweather is he's so big on security. Everywhere he goes, he's surrounded by a security team. You'd think, especially living in a private gated community like that he would have security at the home. Maybe they were just patrolling a different part of the house. I'm being serious on that. I don't know. But whoever did it, they don't think it was an inside job, by the way. I should mention that also. They think it was somebody outside of his inner circle who did it.
Reginald, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Floyd Money Mayweather. He puts his wealth out there and he puts it out on social media, so it makes you an easy mark to get robbed. I mean, just like the Kim Kardashian situation, where when you post everything you do and every move, you're setting yourself up.
I know what you're saying, Reginald. I again am shocked at why was there not an alarm system like at Floyd. Evan, what you're saying about security guards is one thing. But even just an alarm system.
It may have been a smash and grab too. I mean, sometimes the
alarm goes off, and then they're in Vegas. He could have lived off somewhere.
Maybe that's why they only have.
A lot of these guys, the criminals, know that they have a certain amount of time. They're not just guys patrolling. They scope this stuff out and they know what the average response time is and stuff like that. So they go in, they grab the stuff, and they get out.
And that may be the low cost. The reason it's such a low number.
Right.
Is that they only had a small amount of time
and get out quickly.
Make sure to subscribe to TMZ Live to keep up to date on the latest entertainment news.
And if you want to keep watching, click on one of these videos right now.